Hello, everyone. My name is Jerome.
Hey, everybody. I'm Gerald Wallace, the King, and we are from Real Life and
Philanthropy.
Real Life and Philanthropy.
Oh, sorry.
You got to put the emphasis in there.
Okay. Hello, this is Jerome.
I'm Gerald, and we are from Real Life and Philanthropy.
I think that people should watch this show because it's about young black people who are in Atlanta, up and coming, starting their own nonprofits and giving back to the community. Mm-hmm. So I think it's very positive, especially in a time like this where people are spending more time at home. People have more time to kind of develop their different interests. And me, I'm a tennis instructor, so this is definitely something that I believe every single human being should at least take a tennis lesson. And also, why we're going to be the best is because we're real. We're interesting. I think that we're funny, humorous, and you can definitely learn something about learning how to get along with people and learning how to put business before pleasure. That was part of it for me too.
Put business before pleasure?
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's a lot of pleasure before business here.
Oh, absolutely.
Period. Why I think people should watch this show, honestly, because especially in the LGBT community, we always see a bunch of drama. We always see a bunch of people act like they're doing better than what they really are, and they really not doing nothing, which is okay. But my thing is, this show is about actually people with real lives that's actually going through the trenches, actually building a career, nonprofit. They're building families. They're building how to become a boss, and like that stuff is not easy. So we actually going to show you where we started from the bottom, and some of us are going to the top. And it's also about philanthropy, meaning some of us don't know what philanthropy is, but it's about giving back. It's about giving the less fortunate that doesn't have anything back. And I think this show is a good show for that. I mean, do we show drama? Of course we do, but we're trying to show more than the drama as well.
So why do you think this show is going to be the best show? Besides that it has the best people.
Period. Well, it got some best people, but it's cool.
Well, two of the best. I'm going to say two of the best.
And we right here, period. Cahoots.
That's all. Oh, yeah. Everybody think we in cahoots, so y'all get used to that phrase when y'all tune in.
The answer to your question is, I really think we're going to be the best show is because we are really from different eras. We are cut from a different cloth. Mm-hmm. Me, especially. Because I was the one who came in here new at everything. Like, all this was new. Never knew what a nonprofit was. Didn't know how to spell philanthropy nor say it. So this show right here is really going to show the diversity of all of us to see what we can really do outside of arguing and outside doing other things to do. And this show right here is really going to show we are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
I love that answer. Because this was definitely a new experience for all of us.
Period.
Because back in August is when I had got... a few months back is when I had got my request to be on Married to Medicine.
Period.
And so because of this show, I had a little bit more confidence when it came to accepting my part in that and just living up to my potential.
I do see a lot of confidence in you. Period.
Mm-hmm. And it's definitely grown since I've started this show. So Gerald, what type of difficult topics among the LGBT community and also social injustice, what type of topics do we cover?
Honey, we talk all the topics. HIV. We definitely talk about that because that needs to be talked about now. We're in 2021 and people are still scared with people with HIV. And we have people on the show who actually admits on having HIV. And there's nothing wrong with having HIV. My thing is to show where you going, where you came from, and show other people who in the LGBT or as well as heterosexuals how to work with their the HIV that they have. And there's nothing wrong with having it because you're not going to die. There's other ways of taking care of yourself, and I feel like when people on the show needs to show that more, tell people more, and there's nothing wrong with that. I commend you. I'm always commend you. For anybody who steps up to say anything like that. But my thing is, let the world know. Talk about it. Explain it. But don't explain it different type of ways. Meaning, social media.
One of the big topics I think that we covered is he say, she say. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times we watch these different TV shows and a lot of times stuff gets ran back in a different way than it was said, or people try to use your words against you.
That's the problem.
I have always been one of those people who was very much against that. So if I can be transparent, I like to be that. I've always been transparent, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, also I think that the HIV was definitely a big one. We did talk about that this season a couple different times. I am a very strong advocate for safe sex, and so, you know, I just let that be known a couple different ways this season. I would say that I'm definitely. Well, oh, who is the fun one? Oh,
go ahead. No,
you asked me.
Who do you think is the fun one? Go ahead.
I think I'm the fun one. I think that both me and Gerald, we make a really good dynamic duo.
Cause I'm gonna say me.
I'm gonna say who I want to say, but it's a close battle. But I'm definitely the fun one.
Xavier.
I love to have a good time.
I think Xavier's fun. Mm-hmm. I love Xavier. Like if I was still in a gay family, Xavier being my son. For real. I love Xavier because he's so funny. He dances. He's just like a little mini me, I swear. He's so fun. Jamie, really fun. Auntie Jamie, he hilarious. He be having some little shots too. He be cracking me up with that vintage and that coffee and that laptop, honey. That's just the auntie, Vivian of the group, auntie. Me personally, I'm just fun.
What did you like most about doing this project?
What I like most? Honestly, I enjoy bossing up, meaning seeing different organizations, seeing different shelters, meeting different people and family, and giving back to the homeless people. That's what I really enjoy about the show. Also, with the bonus was I met some great people on the show. For instance, Jerome. That I really met him. That's my buddy outside the show, on the show. Jamie as well. I love Xavier. I try to be with everybody, but also everybody doesn't want to be with you. So, okay, it is what it is.
So, Gerald.
Huh?
Are we frenemies?
Listen.
The world wants to know.
Listen.
Are we frenemies?
I don't even know what a frenemy is because I don't got time.
I can't spell frenemy. No. I don't have nothing that I can't spell or pronounce.
Either I'm going to rock with you or I'm not.
Yeah,
and there's no in between because I don't have time.
Yeah, life is too short.
And I don't have any enemies. What y'all see is what you get. Mm-hmm. And what me is, if I have a problem with you, if I heard somebody say something, I'm going to go to you. If I feel like you lied, then I'm going to just keep it moving. I mean, I can be in a room with you, but I would not play you. I would skip you up the skip. No, skip. I can't do it. No.
Speaking for myself, I know that reality TV may not be as real as it looks, but I know that none of what I had going on was scripted. None of what I said, none of the experiences, none of the situations that you see on the show are scripted.
It's real. So how do we rate our cast members from 0 to 10? As 10 being the best, greatest, wonderful, and 1 or 0 being the worst. Jerome, how do you feel about? I ain't answer that question because
I'm gonna give it a 10, and I'm gonna tell you why. When you do,
is that for everybody?
This is for an ensemble cast. For the ensemble cast. Okay. So the reason why I give it a 10 is because when you do something, like when you say something to people, you cannot expect them to respond in a certain way. And so this is a huge learning experience for me, seeing how I come off to other people. I can be very rash, like I make decisions fast. And so for me to see that in real time with this season and some of the decisions that I made and some of the decisions that were made, I think that probably tainted some people's experience, but I would still rate this a 10 because I'm the type of person, I get along with everybody. You'll see where I apologized to one of our cast members on multiple occasions. You will see where you will see some emotional moments. There's some anger in there. There's some very apologetic moment. There's a kind of, for me, there was a little bit of a, I don't want to say regretful moment, but I will say that I had a little bit of a change of heart through this season, but I would still rate this entire experience a 10 because I know what to look out for in the future to not repeat, even if I didn't like it. So what would you rate the show?
Is
On
it rate
scale
the
of 1 to
show
10.
or rate the people? Because I thought
Rate
it was rating the people.
How would
I
you
can't-
rate the cast members? from
No,
1 to
no,
10?
just one as an ensemble cast.
One ensemble, just one thing. You know what? I ain't gonna throw no shade. I give it a 10 across the board. The only reason why I'm gonna do that is because we all are living in the real life right now, and we all was in a pandemic as well, and we're all LGBT community. For us to come together, even show, well, I know what some people do. I don't know what everybody does, but I just love the fact that how me, and I came to the thing where everybody not knowing nobody, and seeing the way how I portray myself. Like I said, I've met a lot of people. I have done a lot of things now. I have endured. Is that a good word? Endure into a lot of things. I don't know. I
Started?
don't think it's endure. I think I like the word. That word is nice. But I literally, like, if it wasn't for the show and it wasn't for the producer coming to me, I'm really grateful. So like I said, I would give it a 10 because it taught me to be real stronger than what I am again. I was a little vulnerable. I'm a little soft. I ain't that soft, but I'll give it a 10 because we all worked it. We all had to do it. We all was here 10 hours, 9 hours, 8 hours. We all was going out of town. New Orleans was fun. Never been there, but like I said, it has been a rocky road. But I'll give it a 10.